Hello chess lovers, Soren here, and in this video I want to take a quick look at an interesting rapid game played between the reigning world chess champion Magnus Carlsen and Armenian chess grandmaster Levon Aronian. This game is from round 29 of 2020 Clash Chess International Tournament. In this game Carlsen had white pieces and he opened up with English opening c4, knight f6 by Aronian, knight c3 e5, g3 bishop b4, e4, bishop takes c3. So we have something which looks like a reversed Rossolimo, d6 f3, bishop e6, knight h3. It turns out that Magnus Carlsen had this position in 2018 in a game against Nikita Petrov. In here Petrov made h6 move, but this time we see a novelty by Aronian a5. a4 black castled kingside, b3 knight a6, knight g5, bishop d7, bishop e3, knight c5, and rook a2. Carlsen intends to capture on c5 and he needs this rook on the d file. Rook a6, meanwhile Aronian is also activating his queenside rook, rook d2, rook b6, and bishop takes c5. D takes c5, bishop h3, this time white is relying on this pin. h6, counter-attacking white knight, bishop takes d7, h takes g5. This covered attacks won't be dangerous, black can always move his queen. h4. The position has a closed nature and leaving the king in the center is not dangerous. With h4, Carlsen wants to organize a kingside attack. Rook d6, of course, g takes h4 is also playable, but Aronian wants to keep the position as closed as possible. In here we see the exchange of rooks on d6. Right now the bishop is hanging with bishop f5. Knight h5, hitting on e3, also opening up the queen's diagonal. King f2, g6, bishop g4, knight f6, queen d2, and we see the exchange of last minor pieces on g4, after which Aronian played king g7. If you capture on h5, then in this case you won't achieve much, and it's not quite clear how you can go for a breakthrough. That's why we see h5 by Carlsen. Rook h8, not the strongest continuation. Playing f5 is stronger. If h takes g6, then f takes e4, discover check. But in the game after h5 we see rook h8, and actually the rook on the h file is not doing much. King e2. This is the start of an interesting journey. Carlsen wants to bring his king on h3 square and then try to go for the final breakthrough on the king side. f6, king d1, queen d7, hitting on g4, queen e2, and b6. A mistake after which black is starting to face problems. Well, it was not too late to bring into life the f5 idea. In here Aronian could first capture on h5 and then go for f5. And we have an equality on the board. Instead, after queen e2 we see b6 and queen f3, a very important move with which Carlsen is stopping any possible counterplay on the queen side. Rook h6, king c2. Meanwhile, Carlsen proceeds with his king walk, king b2, and this is something which reminds me of famous Petrosian versus Unzicker game played in 1960. In that game, we also saw a similar idea where Petrosian first brought his king on a safer part of the board and then went for a breakthrough. That game we will cover later. Queen e6, rook d1, rook h8, rook d5, rook d8. Black rook is just in time, is coming to cover the d6 square. Rook d2, rook d7, rook h2, rook d8, and finally we see h takes g6. Finally the tension is broken and now white's heavy artillery will intrude inside the opponent's camp. Rook h6 check, king f7, queen h5 check. Well, first announcing a check from h7 and then playing queen h6 is another alternative. King e6, rook g6, queen f7, and there it goes, queen takes g5. King e7, and already the queen is hanging. We have queen f5, rook g8, rook h6, rook g5. Seems like black is already in a Zugzwang type position, you know. At this point, if rook g7, then again, the 8th rank is no longer under control. Queen c8 can follow. In our game we see rook g5, but anyways, queen c8 followed. rook g8, queen c7 check, king e6, queen c6, and after making a rook e8 move, Aronian resigned. g5 is coming and black is losing, that's why at this point we have a resignation. A nice and instructive game by the reigning world chess champion, and I hope that you enjoyed this beautiful king walk with which Carlsen first found a safe shelter for his king and only then went for a breakthrough. Similar ideas can be seen very often in typical closed positions. In the end, a chess puzzle for you where the task is to find the winning line for white. It's white to move and I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching, here are more suggestions for you, feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.